So today we are going to talk about how can we use resonance to help us deliver more emotions in our singing. So in my previous YouTube videos, I talked about two separate concepts. One of them is how do we use resonance to sing? That's number one. And number two, we also talked about how can we deliver our piece, our music, our song with more emotions. So if you haven't watched those two videos, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to combine what I've taught in those two videos into one video. And by the end of this video, you'll realize how powerful whatever I'm saying in this video is going to be if you want to be an emotional singer that is going to touch the hearts of your audience. Now, I'll leave the cards here, so go ahead and watch those two videos after this video. A lot of the times when we talk about having more emotions and feelings in our singing, what exactly does that really mean? One of the best ways is actually to use a good technique, a good placement to allow yourself to play with the resonance so that you can deliver certain emotions. If you were to look at all the emotional singers we know, the singers that when they sing, they can truly touch your heart and makes you go like, wow, who hurt him so badly? What they are doing is they are making very good use of their resonance in order to create those emotions that touches you. So today I'm going to teach you exactly how you can do the same thing and apply it to your singing. So let me show you what I mean. First of all, to quickly recap what is resonance, there are three resonance when it comes to singing: head, nasal, and chest resonance. And once again, I've talked about it in my previous video, so go ahead and check it out after you're done with this video. But for now, I'm going to show you some examples of singers using a head dominant resonance, a nasal dominant resonance, a chest dominant resonance, and also what it means to have a balanced resonance. And don't get me wrong, all four types of resonances, we need them. As long as we can learn how to play around with these four types of resonance, we'll be able to create a wide variety of emotions and feelings. So much emotions and so much feelings that your audience would need a bucket to fill up their tears after hearing you sing. Let's first take a look at singers using different type of resonances to convey emotions in their singing.
Know it hurts sometimes, but don't let it go. Yeah. 'Cause I want you. I want you. I want you. 'Cause I want you.
So as we can see from that short clip, what happens is when you have head resonance, nasal resonance, and chest resonance, you are conveying different emotions and you are giving off different vibes in your singing. So for example, the head resonance that Pink Sweat used in his singing just now, it gives us a very chill, very laid back kind of vibe there. And whereas if you look at Lady Gaga, she switched between a lot of nasal resonance and a lot of chest resonance. Especially when the song is building up, she switched away from what she's comfortable with, which is her nasal resonance, into a more chest dominant resonance to really convey the feelings. And of course you can see that in Luis Capaldi and and James Arthur.
I wanna tell all my friends, but I don't think they will understand.
We all know them as singers who can truly touch the soul, the heart of a listener. And that is why in the comment section of Lewis Capaldi and James Arthur performance, you're always hearing things like, who hurt him? Right? Those kind of comments. Because the listener can really feel it, and they are able to do it because they are tweaking their resonance and going into a more chest dominant resonance. The key is this: no matter which resonance are they dominant in, or if they are singing in a balanced resonance, all these great singers, they are keeping a high, complete, mixed voice, vocal placement when they are singing those high notes. The resonance might be different, but the placement is the same. Most people, the biggest mistake we make as singers, especially as struggling singers, what we tend to do is when we switch our resonance, our placement shift as well. Especially for the chest resonance, it can get really tricky because most people, when they try to incorporate chest resonance, more chest dominant resonance, what they end up doing is not only do they change the resonance, the placement is broken. They abandoned the high placement and they dropped back into their low and stubborn chest voice placement. And when that happens, they are going to sound like they are straining, they are shouting, they are yelling, they are pulling chest voice. And that is not what we want. We want to keep all the resonance, no matter how dominant are we in each resonance, we want to keep it in the high placement. So if we want to sound like we are in pain, we are in emotional pain, then we have to keep a high placement like what Lewis Capaldi and James Arthur are doing there just now. We don't want to sing a low placement because then we will sound like we are in pain also. But this time round, we are in physical pain. And we are struggling here as singers, and we don't want that.
I need you wanted now.
Now that we have taken a look at some examples of great singers playing around with their resonance to portray different emotions, now let me show you what I mean with a demonstration as well.
What if I'm down? What if I'm out? What if I'm someone you won't talk about? I'm falling again, I'm falling again, I'm falling. You said you can, and you missed me too.
Now, what I'm doing there is I'm keeping the same high placement while shifting the amount of resonance that I'm using for each line. Now, let me show you what most people will do when they try to play around with resonance shifts if they are switching between different placements.
What am I now? What am I now? What if I'm someone I don't want around? I'm falling again, I'm falling again, I'm falling.
So you can hear that just now when I try to shift my placement and I try to change resonance, you will get different resonance, but it will sound disconnected. And what most likely is going to happen is your voice is going to break as well. Because if you've been taking my complete Mixed Voice 1.0 course, you know that the biggest reason why your voice breaks is because you are switching between different placements. So you get the idea. It is about how you can play with resonance. In that one song, in that one chorus just now, I played around with different levels of resonance. Well, if I were to perform this song, I wouldn't sing like this. I'm just going through an example to show you how you can play around with it. Different singers, based on your own personality, based on what you want to express for the song, you can play around with the resonance. Maybe you like more head resonance, maybe you like more chest resonance, maybe you like more balance, maybe you like more nasal resonance. It's up to you. As a singer, you get to decide. But the key is you have to keep that high, complete, mixed voice vocal placement. You have to first access it and keep all your notes there and allow them to sit there and resonate there. Then you can think about how can you shift the resonance, or rather how can you mix and match the resonance to suit what you want to express as a singer. So for Harry Styles, for him, he used more of chest resonance usually when he sings this song. If you have watched his live performance of Falling, the moment you are able to play around with resonance, then you realize that you become a singer that is going to be able to touch the souls of your audience and be that singer that leaves a deep impression in your audience. Now, because this is very advanced, I don't normally even make a YouTube video talking about this, and also I don't teach this in my complete Mixed Voice 1.0 online course, because first of all, to even try to do what I'm talking about in this video, you first have to access your high placement, because the danger is this: if you don't even access your high placement and you try to play around with resonance, you are literally doing nothing but confusing yourself, and you will not be able to truly shift your resonance, because when you shift your resonance, your placement switches. That is why, if you still haven't accessed your high placement yet, I want you to go ahead and follow the link in the description box below, where you can discover how you can access your high placement. Once you go through complete Mixed Voice 1.0 and then you come back and you watch this video, you will understand this video to a next level, a higher level. But of course, even though I shared with you so much about using resonance to create different kinds of emotions, I'm really just scratching the surface here. Because when it comes to expressing emotions using resonance, it is a whole topic that I can go hours and hours and hours about, because it is just so complex and it can go real deep, real fast. So if you want to learn how you can use resonance to be the impactful singer that touches the heart of your listener, then what you can do is go ahead and book a lesson with me through the email here. But only do that if you have first accessed your high placement. If not, if you were to come to lesson with me, the first thing that we will do is to help you access your high placement, because until we can master and strengthen the high placement, playing around with resonance is going to feel impossible without switching placement. I hope you took away a lot of value from today's video, and go ahead and like this video and comment down in the comments section which type of singer are you, which kind of resonance would you like to use more in your own singing, and I'll see you in my next video.